بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Your Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pleased to join you today for the MENA Climate Week 2023, held in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, one of the most active and engaged Arab countries on climate change issues. It has been a matter of pride for our Arab region to host and lead the multilateral climate negotiations for 2 consecutive years, especially at this crucial time for our region, the developing countries, and the world at large. Egypt, with full and clear support during COP27 from developing nations, particularly our brothers and sisters in the Arab and African groups, successfully hosted and led negotiations which yielded historic outcomes that support international collaborative efforts to address the climate challenge. These outcomes emphasize several principles. Foremost among them is the common but differentiated responsibilities, equity, right to development, and climate justice. In this context, I would like to highlight some key elements which I deem vital to be addressed by the MENA Climate Week. The negotiation tracks related to climate change have witnessed strong attempts to shift from the agreed approach of emission reduction to a focus on phasing out, transitioning away from fossil fuels. Additionally, emphasis has also shifted from building resilience to the responsibility of nations to incorporate the impacts of climate change within their national development plans. At the same time, discussions have also evolved from supporting developing nations in order to become part of the climate change solution to imposing additional responsibilities and commitments that may surpass their capacities and affect their developmental prospects. These are developments which are serious and which I hope during this session will be adequately addressed for the success of the multilateral system and that we move forward together. During COP27 at Sharm el-Sheikh, we strived to establish and launch the Loss and Damage Fund for developing countries. We succeeded in launching a program on just transition pathways to ensure that our discussions on the social and economic impacts of the desired transformation within the framework of the Paris Agreement would fully take into consideration the socio-economic dimensions. As we approach COP28, I cannot emphasize enough the importance of operationalizing the Loss and Damage Fund. It is imperative if we are to maintain confidence in the negotiating process. Equally, greater emphasis must be given during the negotiations to the support mechanisms needed to effect just transition efforts. At Sharm, we ensured that developing nations had the opportunity to voice their positions. Furthermore, we emphasize the importance of ensuring everyone's participation in reducing the carbon footprint of energy-intensive industries, while restoring the balance in funding between adaptation and emission reduction. We also advocated for restructuring international financial institutions to achieve 3 main objectives: increased funding, facilitate access to it, and rely on concessional and grant financing instruments. If we are to truly meet the climate challenge, it is time that we translate these commitments into practical measures to achieve these objectives. Merely reiterating them from one COP to another will only contribute to the erosion of the process itself. Your Royal Highness, Excellencies, at COP27, we endeavored to strike a balance in the conference outcomes between rights and duties, scientific recommendations, and the responsibilities outlined in the UNFCCC and the Paris Agreement. We believe that the vision outlined by His Excellency Dr. Sultan Al-Jaber at the COP28 President-designate reflects a conscious and comprehensive view of various international climate debates. It is important to note that our success during Sharm relied on the solidarity of developing nations and the unwavering support of all countries for the Egyptian presidency, as well as the trust that they have placed in its ability to secure consensus in the final hours of the conference. This is a crucial factor that I do emphasize for supporting the upcoming Emirati presidency to ensure that the COP28 concludes with historic results that demonstrate our Arab world's ability to lead complex negotiation tracks and affirm its commitment to effective and equitable participation in the global effort to combat climate change. I am certain that the MENA Climate Week deliberations will play a key role in this regard, and I look forward to engaging closely with all of you in the upcoming 2 days. I thank you, and I thank His Royal Highness for allowing us and giving us this opportunity to be with you this morning. Thank you very much.